Hey, big salute, family. This your brother K. Judah, giving all praise to the Most High Yah, in faith in Yahshua HaMashiach. To the Israelite family worldwide, I say peace and blessings. Big salute to 10K and my beloved CUC sister, the Oracle 007. Big salute to the CUC and the FOPE family. This is gonna be very short. I would just sit back, doing some studying, doing some reading, and I came across the genealogies of Matthew and Luke. And I found something very interesting that I want to show to the family. Now, when you go to the book of Matthew and you read the genealogy of Yahshua HaMashiach, it starts with Abraham. But when you go to the genealogy of Yahshua HaMashiach in the book of Luke chapter 3, it starts with Adam. Now, I want to show you a name that's in the genealogy. Not that he's not David's son, but why did they put his name in the genealogy when Solomon was the king? It went from David to Solomon, not the son that I'm about to show you. Now, let me say this. You will find instances in the scriptures, not that they contradicting themselves. I look at it as a typo. Sometimes you will find them trying to alter things around, maybe when they was translating the scriptures, but some of this stuff is done on purpose, and I'm going to show you. Like, for instance, when you get to the New Testament, Yahshua sat down with the disciples and they kept the Passover and then the Feast of Unleavened Bread. But in one of the New Testament scriptures, it say they kept the Feast of Unleavened Bread, then Passover. But those of us who have that knowledge, we know that Passover come first, then the Feast of Unleavened Bread. So when certain people read scriptures, the first thing they run to and say the Bible contradicting itself. But we know the Bible is not contradicting itself. And I'm about to show you right now, it's not contradicting itself. It's just that one name says Solomon, another name says something else. But we know from reading the scriptures and going back into history, it was Solomon who sat up on the throne after his father David. Now let me show you this. Now, as you can see on the screen, okay? I put it on the screen. Big salute to my brother Obadiah. So as you can see on the screen, family, on the left side is the genealogy coming from Matthew, right? About Yahshua HaMashiach. On my right side is the genealogy in the book of Luke, chapter 3. But if you notice, I highlighted this name, Nathan. Nathan. So let's go to Matthew's side. It started with Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, Judah, Perez, Hezron, Ram, Aminadab, Nahshon, Solomon. Let me not say Solomon. I'll say Salmon, Boaz, Obed, Jesse, David, and then Solomon. Let me do that one more time. Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, Judah, Perez, Hezron, Ram, Abinadab, Nahshon, Salmon, Boaz, Obed, Jesse, David, and Solomon. Now let's go to Luke. Now remember, in Matthew, it start with Abraham. In Luke, it start with Adam. Now we know that we can go find Adam's genealogy in Genesis chapter 5. So they started from Adam to get to Solomon. But in Matthew, Abraham to get to Solomon. Let's go to Luke. It say Adam, Seth, Enos, Canaan, Mahaliel, Jared, Enoch, Methuselah, Lamech, Noah, Shem, Arphaxad, Canaan, Shelah, Eber, Peleg, Rehu, Serge, Nahor, Terah, Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, Judah, Perez. I'm going to show you why they emphasize on Judah, Perez. I'm going to show you that. Why did it emphasize on Judah and put the name behind it called Perez? I will show you that in a minute. It's always good to learn some of your way to learn something, man. I'm telling you, the Bible is full of nuggets. The Bible is a hidden treasure. And once you find that treasure, you will sell everything to obtain that treasure. That's the word, family. That's the word. We trying to get the kingdom. So we go into these scriptures to find the hidden treasure that we can teach everybody else to hold on to this hidden treasure. Give up everything that you have for this hidden treasure. That's the kingdom of God, family. Sell it. Sell it. It's all vanity anyway, but not the kingdom. Sell it. Adam, Seth, Enos, Canaan, Mahaliel, Jared, Enoch, Methuselah, Lamech, Noah, Shem, Arphaxad, Canaan, Shelah, Eber, Peleg, Rehu, Serge, Nahor, Terah, Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, Judah, Perez, Hezron, Arnai, Admin, Aminadab, Nahshon, Selah, Boaz, Obed, Jesse, David, and Nathan. Hold up. Who is Nathan? Family, who is Nathan? Nathan didn't sit on the throne. So who is this Nathan? Let me explain it to you according to the Bible. Nathan was the third son of David. He was born before Solomon. Nathan was a son of David. But do not get Nathan confused with Nathan the prophet. Nathan was a son of David, but Nathan was also a prophet. So these are two men with the name Nathan. One was a prophet, one is David's son. But my thing is, the Bible is not contradicting itself as many of you would think. They put Nathan where it should be Solomon. Nathan was a son of David, but Nathan did not sit on the throne. So them putting that name there does not too much mean nothing, to where, oh man, the Bible no, the Bible not contradicting itself, man. I just told you it's no different when they added Easter in there, but we know it's Passover. When they say keep the Feast of Unleavened Bread, then Passover, but we know it's Passover, then Feast of Unleavened Bread. So you just have to find these nuggets and discern the scriptures, because they must be spiritually discerned. So keep your eyes open on these type of things. So the genealogy of Luke is not wrong. They just added Nathan in there when it should be David and then Solomon. But in Matthew, they got it right. But in Luke, they just put Nathan. Is you really going to say God's word is wrong because they added Nathan? Let me show you something. Let me open up this window. That's why when everybody else sleep, I'm up. Because I know how important salvation is for our people. I understand how important getting this word out to our people. Because some of our people, they're not strong as others in faith. What do you mean, K. Judah? I mean that they will read the scriptures. They'll get confused on some things, and then they'll say, man, the Bible wrong. The Bible contradicts itself. Man, this stuff all over the place. No, it's not. It's just that you don't have the patience to discern spiritually and find the hidden treasure, because y'all want everything easy. That's why I thank the Lord for scattering these scriptures all over the place. None of these books are in order. None of these books are in order. The Lord got it scattered all over the place, because if it's easy for you, Israel, you won't seek him. But because he scattered, man, you got to find it like a puzzle and put the pieces together. A lot of our people just don't have that type of time. They don't have that type of time. But many of us do have that type of time. And just because you don't have it, we're going to do it for you. We're going to do it for you. Since you don't want to do it yourself, we're going to help you out. We're going to stay up all night. While you sleep, we up, because we want to feed you with the right understanding. So let me open up this window and read this to you so you can understand that there's two different Nathans. Don't get them confused. Okay. Let me see where I want. Right here. Here we go. Now I'm finna read this to you, okay? Check this out. And then I'm going to go show you why they emphasize on Judah Perez, the son of Judah. He was the son of Judah. But why did they emphasize on his name behind his father's name? I'm going to show it to you. Now, this is Nathan. And I'm going to start right here. First thing you need to know, it said there are at least two people named Nathan in the Bible. One was a son of King David, and the other was a prophet who advised David. So when you see the name Nathan in the genealogy, do not get it confused with the prophet Nathan. David also had a son named Nathan. Okay, so let's go down. I got that out the way. Let's go all the way down right quick so I can show you this. Right here. I'm going to start from here. It say the other Nathan. Y'all remember, one was a prophet. Now we going, the other Nathan, the son of King David, was David's third son, who was born in Jerusalem. He was the older brother of Solomon. The line to Yahshua went through Nathan. Now, things that are above my head, I leave alone. I cannot explain to you why it went through Nathan in Luke, but I know, according to the history, according to First Chronicles, according to Second Chronicles, according to the book of First Kings and Second Kings, after David ruled, it was Solomon, not Nathan. So the genealogy went to David, and then through his son Solomon, and then Solomon had a son named Rehoboam. So the point I'm making is that it's not through Nathan, it's David, then Solomon. So it's no big deal, family. I'm just pointing these things out that you don't get confused and think this is talking about the prophet Nathan. David also had a son named Nathan. So I just wanted to drop these nuggets for the family. Now let me go back, because now I have to show y'all Judah Perez. Oh, let me go back, man. I apologize, y'all. Let me do that over, because I got this thing on the screen. My bad, family. Let me open up the window again, because I want y'all to see it. My bad. Okay, here we go. Can y'all see this? I'm going to start over again. My bad. Okay, here we go. Okay. I'm going to read it again. My bad, family. I'm going to start right here. It say, there are at least two people named Nathan in the Bible. One was the son of King David, and the other was a prophet who advised David. So now we got that clear. Let me go down again, because now we got better understanding. This is not the prophet Nathan. In the genealogy of Yahshua, that is not the prophet Nathan. That is the son of King David, that Nathan. Right here, fam. I'm going to start right here. It says, the other Nathan, the son of King David, was David's third son, who was born in Jerusalem. He was an older brother of Solomon. The line of Yahshua went through Nathan. Now, I just told y'all, I do not know why they added Nathan. It should be Solomon, but that's above my head. I'm going to just do a little bit more digging if I can find some answers. If I can't, I just can't find no answers, family. So let me stop sharing it. Now let's go to why did they emphasize on Pharez? Why did they emphasize on Pharez? Now let me put this back on the screen. Y'all see right here where it say Judah over here in the genealogy of Luke. It say Judah. Right after Jacob, it say Judah, Perez. Why? Let's go to Genesis 38. And I want to show you why did they use this son and not the sons that was born before him. There's a reason for everything, family. And this is why I tell people, the Lord does not miss a beat. Yah and Yahshua do not miss a beat, meaning his word is outlined to the T. Did they try to manipulate our scriptures? Absolutely. But the prophecies of the scriptures cannot be tampered with. That is what they can't change, because the Bible wasn't given to them to alter prophecy. It was given to Israel. The oracles of Yah can only be discerned spiritually through Israel to get the full understanding. Can Gentiles get some understanding? Absolutely. But to get the full understanding, if Israel don't tell it, nobody won't know it. Nobody won't know it. Genesis 38. That's one thing. I ain't gonna never be a liar, because the Gentiles deal with prophecy more than the Negro. I'm talking about your Negro Christian preacher. The Gentiles deal with revelations. Creflo and them don't deal with revelations. The Gentiles deal with the book of Daniel. Creflo and them don't go into the book of Daniel. The Gentiles deal with the 70 weeks of Daniel. The Gentiles deal with the seals, the trumpets, the bowls, the vials. They deal with the army of the Most High, Yah, which is Russia, China, and Iran, who coming from the North country to whoop up on Babylon. I give it to you, Gentiles. You put a little bit more effort than your Creflo, your T.D. Jakes, your Michael Tides, all the other Negro preachers. But their knowledge is limited because it wasn't given to them. But I'll give you a little credit, though, just a little bit, because you do more than a Negro preacher in the Christian church do. All they do is beg for money, hoop and holler, sing, dance, jump, and shout. And when they leave that church, they went in knowing nothing and they left knowing nothing. Truth is just the truth, even if you don't like it. Let's go to Genesis 38, and this will be last, family. And I'm getting up out of here. I just wanted to come and drop them nuggets on the family. This is Genesis 38, and I'm going to show you why was Pharez, the son of Judah, used and not his other sons. And let's let the Bible tell you and not K. Judah. This is Genesis chapter 38. And your brother K. Judah is going to pick it up at verse 1. My voice a little bit more calm today, huh, y'all? It's too early in the morning for all that screaming and hooping and hollering. I'll do that at 5:30 today when I do my other lesson I got coming up. The understanding of turn the other cheek and pray not when your enemies fall. Or we're going to break that down today. We're going to let the Bible handle its business today. But this is Genesis chapter 38. And your brother K. Judah is going to pick it up at verse 1. And it reads, and it came to pass at that time that Judah went down from his brethren and turned into a certain Adulamite, whose name was Her. And Judah saw there a daughter of a certain Canaanite, whose name was Shua. And he took her and went in unto her, and she conceived and bare a son, and called his name And she conceived again and bare a son, and she called his name Onan. And she yet again conceived and bare a son, and called this name Shelah. And he was at Chezer when she bare him. And Judah took a wife for his firstborn, whose name was Tamar, and Judah's firstborn, was wicked in the sight of the Lord, and the Lord slew him. And Judah said unto Onan, go in unto thy brother's wife, and marry her, and raise up seed to thy brother. And Onan knew that the seed should not be his. And it came to pass, when he went in unto his brother's wife, that he spilled it on the ground, lest that he should give seed to his brother. And the thing which he did displeased the Lord, wherefore the Lord slew him also. Then said Judah to Tamar, his daughter-in-law, remain a widow at thy father's house, till Shelah my son be grown. For he said, lest peradventure he die also, as his brethren did. And Tamar went and dwelt in her father's house. Now let me get to the point. Now we know that Tamar and Judah, which he did not keep his promise to give Shelah to Tamar. So Tamar put on some clothes looking like a harlot. Judah went in unto her. He gave her his staff, his signet, his bracelet, and everything. Judah went looking for the woman. He found her. He wanted to kill her. He was mad. He told me, let this woman be burnt. But Judah must forgot. You didn't keep your word, brother. You didn't keep your word. So what happened, family? She was pregnant by Judah, the father of Shelah. She was pregnant by Judah. So how do we get to this son named Perez? Let's see. Verse 28. And it came to pass, when she travailed, that the one put out his hand, and the midwife took and bound upon his hand a scarlet thread, saying, this came out first. And it came to pass, as he drew back his hand, that behold, his brother came out. And she said, how hast thou broken forth? This breach be upon thee. Therefore his name was called Perez. So all the other brothers died, family. Shelah didn't die, but they used Perez in the genealogy of Yahshua HaMashiach. Now, Perez had a twin brother. That's why the woman put that scarlet thing around the wrist to tell the difference or who came out first. So it was Perez. So when you go to the book of Luke and you go to Matthew and you see that name Perez, that's why he was used in the genealogy of the Hamashiach family in Matthew and Luke. But for us to name Nathan, he should not be there. It was Solomon after King David, not Nathan. And please do not mistake this Nathan for the prophet Nathan, because David also had a son named Nathan. So you got the prophet Nathan, and David had a son named Nathan, who was the third born older brother of Solomon. So the Bible is not contradicting itself, Israel. It just that in Matthew, it say Solomon, and in Luke, it say Nathan, which is still a son of David, but we don't know what Nathan did. Nathan did not sit on the throne. Solomon sat on the throne after his father. And I just want to point this out for the people in the back, and the people to my left, and the people to my right, and those in front of the classroom. Everybody in this Bible played an attribute of Yahshua. This is when wisdom kick in and knowledge. Everybody in this Bible played an attribute of Yahshua. What you mean, K. Judah? Abraham and Isaac play an allegorical role of you sacrificing your only son. Who did that? Yah, the father, sacrificed his only son. So when he told Abraham, sacrifice your son, your only son, even though that was not his only son, but that was his only son of the covenant. Abraham had Ishmael, the oldest son of Isaac. So how that was his only son? Meaning his only son of that covenant. If you're not in covenant with Yah, he don't know you. He don't recognize you. That's why he keep telling you, Israel, you only have I known, because you are the only people I made a covenant with. Nobody else. Everybody else, he called them aliens or heathens or strangers. Even though we didn't already broke down that Israel can also be a stranger. When you go to somebody else's house that is not your relatives, you are a stranger to them. So when Israel was going to different lands, you are a stranger unto them. This is why I'm saying that wisdom and knowledge must apply. Not just reading the scriptures, but getting understanding of the scriptures. Big salute, my beloved sister Chocolate from the UK. Big salute, my sister. Big salute, my brother Fire Talk Radio. Big salute, my brother. Now, let me break down the attributes. I'm telling y'all, man, I keep saying this Bible is an ever-learning book. And that's why your brother called himself a student and not a teacher. If somebody else want to say, brother, you're a teacher, okay, fine. But I look at myself as a student because a student can always learn. Once you start giving yourself these big names and titles and all that, you become arrogant. You think nobody can tell you nothing. How come you think a lot of Israelites, they ain't gonna listen to you? You can't bring no information to them that you didn't found out according to the Bible. They think they know more than you. They think because they've been in this truth longer than you, that means something. But you better go read the book of Job. Even a young man was correcting the elders, dropping the wisdom on them. A young man was giving the hoary head wisdom because the way they were conducting themselves with Job was out of pocket. So a young man came who God used, and he was dropping that knowledge on the hoary head. So it don't matter how long you've been in anything. Knowledge is knowledge. Wisdom is wisdom. Understanding is understanding. So Abraham and Isaac played the allegorical role of sacrificing your only son. That's why Abraham wasn't afraid to do it, because all the Lord was going to do is raise him right back up. Who do that remind y'all of? Who did the Lord raise up after 3 days that he did not see corruption? Yahshua. What role did Moses play? Moses played the role that Yahshua played in heaven. Mediator, that's Moses. Mediator, that's Yahshua. The lawgiver, that's Moses. Yahshua, the lawgiver. Moses was like a god. Aaron was his spokesman. Moses was like a god. Aaron was his spokesman. Yahshua is a power. Yah is above his son. And his son is his what? Spokesman. Melchizedek is a spokesman. Moses is a mediator. Yahshua is a mediator. Yahshua will only talk to Moses. The Most High only talk to Yahshua. Y'all see what I'm saying? The attributes of Yahshua is displayed through our fathers. What about King David? David was a king and a man of war. What is Yahshua? A king. And in Revelation 19, he coming forth to bring war. That's the attribute of Yahshua through David. King and man of war. What is Solomon? King of peace. He had no war in his kingdom. Solomon never went to war in his kingdom. Who is going to rule this earth for 1,000 years of peace? Yahshua. Once he take down this world, his kingdom would be full of peace, like Solomon's kingdom. What about all the prophets? Yahshua is a prophet above all prophets. Who you think speaking through all these men? Yahshua. Who you think told the end from the beginning? Yahshua. He's speaking through the prophets. So he's a prophet above all prophets. He's speaking through these men, telling them what to write down, not them writing down what they want to write down. So he's a prophet above all prophets. So do you see that Yahshua displayed his attributes through many people according to the scriptures? Do anybody have any questions before your brother get up out of here? Any questions y'all want to ask before I shut it down? I just thought that I'd come. And I know a lot of y'all just not coming in, so I'm going to go over this again. The genealogy of Yahshua, family, and then I'm going to get up out of here. When you read the book of Matthew, it starts with Abraham. When you read the book of Luke chapter 3, it starts with Adam. None of these are wrong. One start with Adam, one start with Abraham. But when you read Luke genealogy, instead of putting Solomon's name, they put Nathan. Do not get this confused with Nathan the prophet, who advised David. David also had a son named Nathan. But we know that the kingdom was passed down to Solomon and not Nathan. So whatever reason they put Nathan's name here, I don't know. I can't answer that. But I know, according to the history and the Old Testament, if I go back, Solomon sat on the throne, not Nathan. So in the genealogy of Yahshua HaMashiach, it should say Boaz, Obed, Jesse, David, and Solomon. Solomon, not Nathan. But in Matthew, it go from Abraham to Solomon. Right there, Solomon. But in Luke, it say Nathan. I don't know why. It doesn't mean the Bible contradicting itself. It's just that they put Nathan, no different than when you read about Zechariah, the 30 pieces of silver. They say that Jeremiah spoke that, but he never spoke that. It was Zechariah, family. Zechariah the one prophesied about the 30 pieces of silver that they weighed Yahshua for. It was 30 pieces of silver, but Zechariah is the one who prophesied that. But when you read the New Testament, it say Jeremiah prophesied that. No, he didn't. It's Zechariah, family. So does that mean the Bible contradicts itself? No. It just Zechariah prophesied and not Jeremiah. So if you go looking for it in Jeremiah, and somebody say, well, K. Judah, why it say Jeremiah? All I'm going to do is go show you no, it's Zechariah. That's it. It's Zechariah. I'm going to show you that too. Let me show you that. It's always good to show, man. Because somebody asked me that last time. And I read it to him that it was Zechariah and not Jeremiah. Let me go to Zechariah real quick. All right, this is Zechariah chapter 11. And I'm going to go up to verse 7 so we can get the understanding. And then I'm going to read down to verse 13. Zechariah chapter 11. And I'm going to start at verse 7 so we can get the understanding. Then I'm going to read all the way down to 13. And it reads, and I will feed the flock of the slaughter, even you, O poor of the flock. And I took unto me 2 staffs, the one I call beauty, and the other I call bands. Who is beauty? Yahshua. Who is bands? Israel and Judah, the northern kingdom and the southern kingdom. Why he call it bands? Because bands mean captivity. Beauty is Yahshua. Bands mean captivity. So what he did to the 2 staffs, let's see. And I will feed the flock of the slaughter, even you, O poor of the flock. And I took unto me 2 staffs, the one I call beauty, and the other I call bands. And I fed the flock of the slaughter. 3 shepherds I cut off in 1 month. Who are these 3 shepherds? Because it's always good to learn something on your way to learning something. If you go to 2 Chronicles chapter 36, it will give you the 3 shepherds that he cut off in 1 month. It's the last 3 kings to rule in the southern kingdom, family. It's the last 3 kings to rule in the southern kingdom, family. Before Nebuchadnezzar came and took them down. It's the last 3 kings of the southern kingdom that he cut off in 1 month, family. So that's, if you go read 2 Chronicles 36, verse 8 gonna answer this for you. That's why I'm telling you how the Lord got this Bible to where you have to seek this Bible. You have to eat this Bible. You have to drink this book, man. So the three kings are shepherds. He talking about kings. Because in Ezekiel, he say, three kings are cut off. It's the same thing, family. He talking about the same thing, family. The three people he cut off are the last three kings of the southern kingdom before Nebuchadnezzar came and put them under subjection. So, okay, we got that out the way. Verse 8, three shepherds also are cut off in 1 month, and my soul loathed them, and their soul also abhorred me. Then said I would not feed you. They that died, let it die. And that is to be cut off, let it be cut off. And let the rest eat everyone the flesh of another. Now the Lord is, he got fed up with Israel and Judah. He say, man, I would not take care of you no more. He that died, let it die, man. He that going forth to captivity, man, let him go to captivity. Let him be cut off. I would not feed you anymore, man. I'm tired of y'all hard-headed. You don't listen to me. You do what you want to do. So guess what? You on your own now. I'm turning my back on you. Verse 10, I took my staff, even beauty, and cut it asunder, that I might break my covenant. Who is beauty? Yahshua was cut asunder, family. I mean, he was crucified. He was crucified, family. Beauty represent Yahshua. Bands represent the northern kingdom and the southern kingdom. Verse 10 again, and I took my staff, even beauty, and cut it asunder, that I might break my covenant, which I had made with all the people. Listen, that I might break my covenant that I made with all the people. Let's get understanding, K. Judah. He's not talking about the covenant he made with Abraham. That covenant cannot be disannulled. Nobody can change it because it was given by promise. What covenant did he break with the people? That's Matthew 27, verse 50 and 51. What happened? The veil of the temple was rent from the top to the bottom, from the rooty to the tooty. So that's the covenant that he broke, the law of animal sacrifice, not the covenant with Abraham. See, once Christ was crucified, the covenant of the law of animal sacrifice was broken. He done away with it. So we don't have to sacrifice animals no more. Now you under the New Testament, meaning the blood of Yahshua HaMashiach. Verse 11, and it was broken in that day. Y'all heard that? Once he was cut asunder, it was broken in that day. Because the veil of the temple was rent from the top to the bottom. It was broken that day. And it was broken that day. And so the poor of the flock that waited upon me knew that it was the word of the Lord. Once that temple rent and the earth shook, they knew it was from God, man. This was the Son of God, man. What did we do? This is the man. This is the one that was to come. And we have killed him and shed innocent blood in the land. Verse 12, and I said unto them, if you think me good, give me my price. And if not, forbear. So they weighed for my price 30 pieces of silver. How much did they give Judas Iscariot? 30 pieces of silver. So Zechariah was the one prophesied the 30 pieces and not Jeremiah. Knowledge. Verse 13, and the Lord said unto me, cast it unto the potter. Y'all remember those Pharisees say, man, we can't use this blood money. And you remember they was talking about buying that field, the potter's field? So there you go right here that is prophesied. Word of God cannot be broken. The word of God is true, man. And if you don't believe it, you just don't believe it. Because one of my beloved sisters wrote me, man, and it was beautiful. And man, she encouraged me, man. She said, K. Judah, just teach my brother. And those who going to accept it, going to accept it. She said, I learned a long time ago to stop getting overwhelmed about people who don't accept the truth. If it's for you and you have ears to hear it, you're going to get it. If not, you just going to fall by the wayside. And that's going to be your blood on your hand. Because I'm trying to warn you. But a lot of y'all don't believe in the word of God. You think this some type of, a spooky book. Or you got Israelites making God out to be a menace to society, evil God who hate women, and he allow you to rape and he allow you to just murder kids and do whatever you want. That's how they represent our God, but we know this Bible is not like that, man. Those with understanding, no, we don't serve that type of power. Our power is righteous in all his ways. He only deal with righteousness and true judgment. So why would a righteous power who only deal with true judgment flip his whole word around to allow you to start performing acts of insanity? You got this power wrong, man. But the representative is representing him wrong. So it's not that the word wrong, he just being represented wrong. And it's our job to get it back on track. Because just because somebody look like you and they are of Israel, what Paul told you, they did not all come from us. They was of us, but they didn't all, no. How Paul said, they all came from us, but they was not all of us. And that's it, family. All Israel ain't Israel. So don't worry yourself, man. Do not worry yourself with these people. Do not allow yourself to go insane trying to get these people to see what they don't want to see. Let the dead bury the dead. Let the blind walk with the blind. All you can do is put it out there, and it's going to fall where it's going to fall, family. Whether on good ground, stony ground, shaky ground. Hey, all you can do is warn these people, man. So my sister told me, don't drive yourself crazy, K. Judah. Do what you've been doing, my brother. All you can do is warn them. And that's it. And she right. She right. Verse 13. And the Lord said unto me, cast it unto the potter, a goodly price, that I was praised out of them. And I took the 30 pieces of silver and cast them to the potter in the house of the Lord. What did Judah do? Judah Iscariot, did not he cast that 30 pieces of silver back at them? He didn't want the money no more. This right here was already prophesied before it happened. This right here was already prophesied before it happened. And who is talking to Zechariah? Yahshua. Who's talking through Ezekiel? Yahshua. Who's talking through Isaiah? Yahshua. What about Elijah? Yahshua. What about Elisha? Yahshua. What about through Nathan? Yahshua. So he's a prophet above all prophets. So family, look, I'll see you at 5:30 today. I will be dealing with the understanding of turn the other cheek and pray not when your enemy fall. So we're going to let the Bible give that understanding at 5:30. But I just wanted to come this morning and give this understanding according to the Spirit and the Scriptures, that the Bible is not contradicting itself in this genealogy. It just added Nathan. But we know it's Solomon. If anybody don't have no questions, I bid you Godspeed, family. Enjoy the rest of y'all day. And I say big salute, family. I say big salute.
Without sin, cast the first stone. Look, we saying that we love one another, yet we judge each other when we all in sin. You talking like you better than another, but you ain't no better. Look within. It goes ring around the rosy. Karma gets cozy, we all fall down. I see a lot of stones thrown, the closets ain't closed, gotta put the time in. Let he who's without sin. Let he who's without sin. Let who's without sin. Who's without sin? Ain't no giving up, so pass the cup and make it up. Times, yeah, they get rough, but got your back, it ain't no trouble. It goes ring around the rosy, come and get cozy. Y'all fall down. I see a lot of stones thrown, but they clock the same clothes. Gotta put some time in. Let me who's without he, who's without he, who's without sin. Let me who's without he, who's without he, who's without sin. Let me who's without he, who's without he, who's without sin. Let me who's without he, who's without he, who's without sin.
I just want to give this encouragement to the Israelites worldwide. Please, family, represent the Most High Yah and Yahshua in the right spirit. What's going on YouTube and other social media platforms, I must say, is disgusting, family. You got platforms like Sinetta and people who go on those platforms who not only disrespect the Bible and Yah, but I also disrespect the people of God of the Bible. And people go to that platform. But I found it funny that when they were disrespecting the Bible the other day, not one person called in, not one person jumped on that panel, not one person who's cool with that guy. You got the Mahawakas and Tazoriaks and all these Negroes who kick it with this dude after disrespecting their power. Guilt by association is real. So how can you cleave to a man who would disrespect your father like that? Because I would ask you, if he talked to your biological mother and father the way he talk about your father in heaven, who's greater than your mother and your father on earth, you wouldn't like it. But you still kick it with this dude after disrespecting the Most High and Yahshua and his word and his people, and you call him your brother? Israel, please take this advice. Everybody's not your brother, man. Everybody's not your sister. Everybody's not your brother. And everybody's not your sister. You have to discern with your spirit, meaning your mind. And if they are not walking according to this book, not that they got it, not that they perfect. None of us is perfect. But you should know them by their fruit, family, and the spirit. Sinetta is not my brother. None of them Negroes be on that platform as my brother who disparage the Bible. Even you Israelites who sitting up here talking about the Most High allow us to rape women and you can just do what you want. And I mean, all these abominable doctrines. We are not related, man. Yeah, by the skin color, but not by the spirit. All Israel is not Israel, family. This is what the book say. All Israel is not Israel. So gravitate to your kind. Gravitate to your kind. Well, what is my kind, K. Judah? Those who walk like you is your kind. Those who walk in the fruits of the Spirit like you is your kind. Those who love true Israel is your kind. Those who love the Most High and really love Yahshua and love his word and teach it correctly is your kind. Because some of these Negroes been doing it 30 and 40 years and still can't get it right. They've been doing this 30 and 40 years and still can't get it right. The Lord is removing the old heads and setting up younger men to teach correctly. I see it with my eyes that the Lord is removing the older men from back in the day, all the one West Negroes. The Lord is removing you, and He is setting up younger men in your place who don't have your spirit, who was not taught all that hatred and division and animosity and to treat your brother and sister bad. Mm-mm. The Lord raising up other young men and women. Well, what He raising up women for, K. Judah? Well, He say my sons and my daughters gonna prophesy. To prophesy means you have to have some knowledge. But y'all told me that the women just supposed to shut up, that they just supposed to go home and just cook that food and take care of them kids. But the woman that walked with Christ, her name was Mary. And her sister was in the kitchen cooking, and she got mad at her sister. And she complained about her sister to Yahshua. And guess what Yahshua told the sister that was cooking in the kitchen? That which your sister is doing should not be taken from her. I thought she just supposed to go talk to the younger women. That woman was out there prophesying about Yahshua HaMashiach. And who was the first one to meet him at the tomb? Mary. Knowledge. So that's why I don't get in none of my sister's way. If the Lord have called you to do something, do it. Because if I get in your way, I'm fighting against Yah. I ain't fighting against you. And that's what a lot of these Negroes don't understand. You are not spiritually discerned. Because you're getting in the way of people's gifts and talents that Yah is using them to handle His business, whether it's a man or a woman, and you getting on women's platform, women comic section, telling them, no, you don't supposed to be doing this. You just supposed to be teaching the younger women. But that ain't what Yah called her to do. Yah called her to bring forth that word also. Yeah, she could teach the younger women, but a lot of these women got more knowledge than a lot of you Negroes. He doing a new thing in the earth, and the wisdom of women is surpassing men. I know it's a hard pill to swallow. I know you think I'm caping, but I laugh at you Negroes because, boy, that truth hurt, huh? That truth hurt, boy. It stings, huh? I know it stings. When he say I'm going to do a new thing in the earth, man, that new thing is also women are surpassing you niggas in understanding. Nobody want to listen to you no more. You've been lying too much. You lied for too long. We sick of it. Nobody listen to you Negroes anymore. Now the Lord is raising up new young men and women, and they going to get it right, and they going to teach it right, and they going to feed the people right, and they going to boil for they thirst, they going to quench it in the words of my beloved sister August Dreams. Thank y'all for coming to the Lions Den, family. Let's get it. I bet you it's a Negro right now crying. K. Judah, he always talking for women, and he always talking about brothers and crying. And why did he just say nothing about the sister? He just always getting on the brother. All I do is speak the truth. Don't get mad at me because your behavior is being watched by the world. You gonna blame me for what you do? Don't blame me for what come out your mouth. I love my brothers and my sisters. You always hear me say big salute to the solid brothers, but all y'all ain't solid. All apples ain't good. Some of them be spoiled sometimes. All strawberries are not sweet. Sometimes they be dry. All bananas don't be ripe at the same time. Sometimes it be hard. All tuna ain't good. Only with the club crackers. So don't get mad at me, Negro, crying and whining every time I'm talking. You in my comic section crying and boo-hooing. I had to block so many Negroes. They so emotional. I'm going to start passing, not pass. Salute, family. And your brother K. Judah. Want to say it one more time. Salute, family.